It's basically to invite you to the mission and to tell you that as much as I talked about the heart of it all and the fact that it's a serious and somber topic, that it's done in faith and in hope, and it will begin on Monday with a wonderful prayer where we're just asked to simply be open to the love of God and let it wash over us. That's the starting point. That's got to be. And then after we look at maybe how we image God, which is a big part of our faith too. Not everybody sees God the same way. Then we'll take a look at Jesus for a few minutes, and especially at his humanity. He is the face of God. So we'll take a look and maybe challenge ourselves to see if we really believe in what we celebrate at Christmas. That he really did become human and share so much more with us than we ever thought. And then in the light of that, I'll ask you to think about, and I'll think about those moments when life has been difficult, and in the light of God's love and our relationship with our brother Jesus, to start taking a look at what it is, whether it's our bodies that hurt, whether it's something that's emotional, whether it's something in relationships or family that is painful. Maybe it's mental illness, maybe it's just spiritual. Maybe my soul is just hurting right now, or my heart's broken. Whenever I think of this topic, the first thing that comes to my mind is the car accident and the death of my dearest friend. And you probably have experiences too that come right to mind, but I know there are other things as well where we might continue to need healing. And so that's kind of on Monday. And then Tuesday we'll really dive into that a little bit more by focusing on this stumbling block that we call the cross of Christ, and explore a little bit how that cross of Jesus and his suffering may give some real meaning to our own. I must admit, as I did the last couple of Masses too, that since I've been here, I've experienced a new form of suffering, or at least it's been brought up in me, and that's when I look at Green Bay Packer logos and jerseys, because I'm a Bears fan. Or Vikings, for that matter. Of course, what's more painful is actually when you beat the heck out of us. But so there could be those kinds of pains and suffering too. But it's really meant to be a celebration of hope. But as I'll say in the mission, we don't really overcome anything unless we undergo it. You know, it's a good bumper sticker, isn't it? Undergo to overcome. And then on Wednesday, we'll come back for Eucharist and celebrate the healing power of our God. A healing that we can direct a little bit more because we've been especially conscious of where we need that healing throughout Monday and Tuesday. And we'll do it with reference to and through the intercession of St. Peregrine, who's a member of the Servite family that I belong to. And I mentioned two other parts of the family. I didn't mention that youngster you've got working here, Sister Dominica. So the other part of the family, forget the kids, sometimes they just sneak in there. And so an anointing will be offered to anyone who would like to be anointed and to experience that healing power of God. I really think that it's not too bold to say if you come to the mission, you're going to experience God in some way. You will be touched by God. It might have nothing to do with what I'm saying. It might have something to do with someone else, or it might just be a direct message from God, or maybe it's a prayer or a gesture that'll touch you. So please come to that encounter with an intention of meeting our God and being touched with healing. I look forward to seeing many of you there on Monday through Wednesday evenings. Thanks.